Wave VR got in touch with me and said, would I be interested in reviewing some of their prescription lens inserts for the Oculus Quest 2. And here's what they look like. Now, I said, the problem with this is, Wave, I said, I don't wear glasses. And my girlfriend Katie, who's the only other person in my household, also doesn't wear glasses. I said, so I'm not quite sure how I could review these aside from perhaps talking about how well they fit the Quest, the build quality, the presentation, and all the sort of other bits. But what I won't be able to do is say how accurate your prescription lenses are from a prescription lens point of view. And they said, well, the other thing we do, Carl, is we do anti-glare and we do blue light filters as well. So I said, tell you what, I said, okay, so we'll send them over then. I said, well, we'll just have to assume that if they do prescription ones, you buy prescription ones, that the prescription lenses are correct. The ones I've got are just clear. These are non-prescription, they're literally just clear. And I can tell you, they are just clear. They don't distort the image in any way. I wouldn't even know they were there, to be honest. So if they can get their prescriptions lenses right, as accurate as the non-prescription clear ones, then you should be golden. But that's good. They come in this nice little pouch in two separate slots. Now, these two separate slots have a secondary use, which we'll get to in a bit. It comes with a little card to tell you all your details. Obviously, if you had a prescription, it would be on here and the details would be there. I know nothing about prescription lenses because I don't wear glasses. But you get that, so that I guess is useful and confirms you've got the ones you want. And then there's just a little bit of info on the back there as well. It's quite nice, I suppose. The embossing's quite nice. They're not a cheap card. And this little pouch, again, is actually quite nice quality. Again, not cheap. And you've got a little dangly bit there, which I've forgotten what you would call. That's no, I've forgotten what it's called. You know what I mean. The little things, you can put them on corner of mobile phones and stuff and hang them around your wrist as well. Like a wrist strap, but not a wrist strap. There's a name for them. I don't know what it is. Anyway, so they sent me those. They also sent me the blue light filter test pack, which is basically a little blue LED that I'll shine onto this card here. And then when I put a lens in front of it, you should see that the blue disappears. Now, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to show that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to show that up in the air like this. I may have to reposition the camera, but we'll see whether it's showing through or not. I don't know. I'll see. Anyway, it does work. It does filter the blue light out. Whether you can see it on camera or not here, I don't really know. But from my testing, it does filter it out. Now, blue light filters are an interesting one because I had a quick look up about this, did a bit of research. Obviously, I'd heard of blue light filters, and we probably all know that they do say if you expose yourself to blue light within a certain time period of trying to go to sleep, it can affect your sleep patterns. It stops the release of a certain chemical or hormone which helps you sleep. I've forgotten what it's called now. But there is research to support this, but it varies wildly. Some research says even 20 minutes of exposure within a couple of hours of going to bed will affect your sleep pattern. Other research says you need to be exposed to blue light for hours leading up to your sleep before it has any negative effects. I guess the real answer is it probably depends on the individual, doesn't it? Maybe some people are very sensitive to blue light, maybe some people are not. For me, I have my phone turn its sort of blue light filter type effect on after 6 p.m. just because it doesn't affect me in any sort of negative way to do that, so why not do it? And I do find that if I've been playing VR sort of late into the evening, maybe within an hour of going to bed, I am a lot more awake when I try and go to bed, but I think that's just because I've been stimulated, because I've been playing VR games which are always physical and active. I don't put that down to blue light. But nonetheless, it does filter the blue light out. And also, so then there's the anti-glare feature as well. Now, let's talk about it. I'll show you how they fit on in a minute, but let's just talk about the results first. these, to me, didn't affect the image at all in any way, shape or form. Not negatively or positively, unless of course you consider the blue light filter positive. But what I mean is, I couldn't tell they were there, which is what you want. You don't want to know that you've got lenses on, do you? You don't want the image to be a little bit more washed out, or the colours to be a bit toned down, which is almost the same thing, or perhaps it's a touch blurrier. You don't want any of that. You want it to look just the same, but for people that wear glasses, obviously for it to be in focus. And perhaps if you're buying them because you want the blue light filter, the blue light is filtered out. Now I couldn't really see a difference as far as the blue light goes. I'm not sure if it's part of the spectrum that's not quite as visible, or I don't know how finely tuned blue light filters are. I didn't look into it that much. But what you lot want to know is, if I buy these lenses, Carl, are they going to affect my image in a negative way and a positive way? So they don't affect the image in a negative way at all. And if you're a glasses wearer and you buy the correct prescription lenses, they're going to affect your experience in a positive way, because you're not going to have to wear glasses anymore. Which obviously is way better, because a lot of glasses won't fit inside the, the facial interface very easily. So yeah, the anti-glare feature, I can't say I noticed less glare than without them fitted. Maybe other people would, but for me, in my testing, I mean, it's not exactly, there isn't much glare as such anyway, certainly not compared to older headsets like the CV1 or the Vive, for example. So yeah, I didn't notice much in the way of glare reduction. As I say, it was basically, I wouldn't have known I had lenses on at all. That's the sort of experience I had, unless of course you get your blue light out and you make sure that's not going through. So the quality of the lenses is fine, perfectly clear, perfectly crisp, no issues, no blemishes, no distortion, no altering of the focus or washing the image out or anything like that. So that's all good. The build quality, I would say, is good as well. The presentation is good. Now, the way they actually fit on, if you look inside my Quest there, you'll see 3, or you'll see 6 in actual fact, tiny little silver magnets. Now, these back bits literally just clip on to the lens, like they literally just push on, and you'll hear them clip as they go into place. It's a bit hard for me to do it up in the air to show you, but you can see where they are. They just push on. But then what happens is you grab your lens, and these are marked left and right. You might see that on the top there, you might not. And those 3 magnets line up with the 3 magnets on the respective sides. So you literally just plonk it on, around the right way, Carl, and it just goes on like that. The magnets are actually quite strong. They're not going to move around. And what that means is, when you then hand your Quest over to someone else to play, who doesn't need prescription lenses or glasses, you can simply pull your lens off, put it in your little pouch so they stay out of the way and don't get damaged, and the other player can go straight in without any issues. So that is a really nice little touch, and that is literally all there is to it. The magnets are quite strong. They just, I can't see what I'm doing, they just plonk it on like that. Perfect. I think that's a really good idea. And the way the back half, clips on, they're in there really sturdy as well. I could probably, I could hold the Quest by, I'm literally holding it by the back half. So they clip on there nice and solid. I can't really complain at all about anything here. I think if you need prescription lenses, they're probably good prescription lenses, the way they fit and the little features they come with. The anti-glare and the blue light, I believe, are both optional, so you don't have to have those if you don't want. You can just have just your prescription and that's it. There is going to be a discount code in the description. I'm making the video before I've actually asked the guys what the code is, but there should be one in the description, which will get you either 5 or 10% off, something like that. But yeah, if I needed prescription lenses, I would have no problems recommending the ones from VR Wave. No problem at all. The quality is good. They fit in the Quest solid there with the back half. The front bit just magnetises the front bit. The lens just magnetises on. Oh, now I am dropping it. Dropping it again. The front just magnetises on like that. And they come in a nice little pouch to store the lenses in when it's not you that's using them. One thing I will say is, of course, let me put that one back on again. It does raise the height of the lens obviously up, or brings it closer to your eyes. You can see that quite plainly there. So for me, I could just about get away without using the glasses spacer. And it was touching my nose, but I could have used it if I wanted to. It wasn't too much. But other people may need to put the glasses spacer in. Now again, if you're a glasses wearer, you're probably already using that, so that won't be an issue for you. But if, like me, you can get away without the spacer in, it's actually going to bring you a touch closer to the lenses and ever so slightly increase your field of view. But yeah, there we go. There's the prescription lens kit for the Quest 2 from the guys at VR Wave. I may have said Wave VR earlier, but they are in fact VR Wave. There's their website. Go visit them. And as I say, there'll be a discount code in the description if you want to grab a pair for yourself or a loved one or anyone you like, your cat, your dog, who knows. And I'll catch you all in the next one. As always, take it easy.